Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Boy, did I miss you guys. I'm really sorry. It's been a while since I released a video, but I just came back from New York, traveling at IWJG. Then I came back here, and I had 25 watches to photograph, and put serial numbers in the computer, and it just took a long time, and I didn't have time to shoot. But today is the day, and I'm really happy to be back. So today we're doing the monthly Q&A. That is when you guys ask me questions on my Instagram account at Federico Talks Watches, personal or watch related, and I answer them. And before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the Breitling Chronomat Evolution. Just a nice little aviation watch, high polish. Doesn't get enough love, but we're going to talk about Breitling later in the video. So I've got my phone here, and I'm going to read your questions, so I'm not being rude, phone. And let's get right into it. The first question is from absolute_BD. Do you have a favorite micro brand or one that intrigues you? Love your content, Fed. If you're ever in New York, let's get together. Yeah, brother, if I'm ever in New York, drinks are on you. But as you guys know, I'm an outspoken critic of micro brands. I think most of them are smoke and mirrors, and let's say what it really is. Most of them are bullshit. However, not all of them. I think my favorite that I discovered this year is a brand called Ming. A brand designed, I believe, in Malaysia. However, Swiss-made, high-quality ETA movements and Sellita, great design. In fact, these guys are sold out everywhere. I think they make a really good-looking watch. I'll put a picture right up here. Ming. Go check them out, guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also got a ton more watches in stock. Speedy Pros, Omega Seamaster Bond wave dials with really beautiful aged lume, a vintage Jaeger-LeCoultre Memovox, a Tudor left-hand drive. What else do we have? Gerald Genta Biretrogrades, Tudor Seamaster GMTs, a couple of new Panerais. A lot of watches that we picked up at the show are already live on DelReyWatch.com. Go check it out, guys. I think you'll love the new selection, and we're still working on posting the rest. Link in the description below. But let's move on to the next question, and that is from Russell W3. What is the most impressive watch you've seen this year? That's a really easy question. I actually just saw it yesterday when my friend Matt passed by to my office to drop something off, and he was wearing an FP Journe Deadbeat Second Tourbillon in platinum. That thing was gorgeous, coupled with a patent leather blue strap. It was really beautiful. 40 millimeters, ticking tourbillon, gorgeous style. FP Journe, one of the most revered watchmakers out there. Certainly out of my price range, at least at the moment. But yeah, definitely one of the most impressive watches, or the most impressive watch I've seen in the flesh this year. But it isn't a new release. Next question. We go with Sohail Japper. Sorry if I butchered that, Sohail. What do you think of the new Omega in-house Matus movements? Do they compare to Rolex? Well, Sohail, I am not a watchmaker, but I will tell you I think they compare fantastically with Rolex. They're very accurate, they're very rugged. I think coaxial is a little overplayed. I don't see major benefits in it, but once again, it doesn't hurt either. Rolex are obviously a lot more expensive, but that is because of brand positioning, but the new Omega Matas movements are absolutely amazing. Joanne Veliz, in your opinion, what is the best GMT piece under 3K? Joanne, this is really hard because I've been searching one for myself. I want a GMT watch to travel with. I don't want to spend more than $3,000. And honestly, there are not that many good choices out there. I think my favorite sports watch is probably the Zinn U1 GMT. I'm not even sure that's actually the name of the model because Zinn is all number based, but I'll put a picture of the one I'm talking about right up here. It is just very, very rugged. It's standard ETA Sellita movement. It doesn't look flashy, so I won't get robbed, but at the same time, it's a watch that can go through anything. However, if we want to talk about a dress watch, this is probably a little over 3K, but a used Montblanc Orbis Terrarum World Time. I think that is one beautiful watch for the money. And then we have Jess841. How did you and your business partner John meet? Well, Jess, keep the details rather simple. We used to work for the same company here in Florida, and we then decided to start Del Rey Watch Supply once, you know, once we decided to leave that job. Mucho Mo, how did you create a watch selling business? Well, Mo, I imagine you're asking not how I got the idea, but how I actually started doing it. It's pretty easy. Well, it's not pretty easy, actually, but the answer is pretty easy. It started with consignment. When I first started this business, I didn't have a ton of money for inventory. I mean, I had some of it, but a lot of the other inventory came from friends of mine who were also dealers, where I would go take their inventory, list it on my website, and make very, very small margins. But that allowed me to create revenue and profit without having to actually stock watches. However, now we don't really consign much. We do have customers that leave watches on consignment. That's a normal part of the business. But that's essentially how it started. It started by selling, other dealers' watches, which is, pretty simple. And actually, consignment is a pretty big part of the business. Most big companies do consign to this very day. It's very small profit margins. So it isn't worth it unless it's a really, really special piece. Then we have Atemporal. Do you like Doxa? God, I'm going to get shit for this. I have to be honest. I've only seen one once. I was not impressed. Well, aesthetically, they do nothing for me, but that's a personal opinion. The orange dial is cool. I don't love the case shape, but I felt them tinny, and I know there's a big cult following behind them, but I'm going to be honest with you, and, different strokes for different folks, so don't hate on me, but I really don't see what the hubbub is about. I was extremely underwhelmed by the Doxa, I played with earlier on. Mickey Cero. Hey Fed, it's your boy Mickey. Would love to know what your favorite drink is when you take it easy, after work. Well, Mickey, it depends where I am, but there are 3 drinks that I always gravitate to. If I'm in Europe or a place that sells Cuban rum, I'm a big fan of Havana Club 7 Añejo with just some ice cubes and a slice of orange. I think that's delicious. In the US, I'm mainly a vodka or scotch guy. So for me, a Stoli tonic, wedge of lime is a beautiful after-work drink. If not, then I like scotch, but scotch isn't so much a unwinding drink for me. It's more of an after-dinner drink. Probably my favorite is an Oban or maybe a Lafroig 12 if I want something peatier. But scotch, vodka, and Cuban rum. I don't care what anybody says about Dominican and all that other stuff. I'm sure it's delicious. It's not the same. I only like Havana Club. JP Acoab, what do you think about Genta watches? Well, Genta, the designer Gerald Genta, I imagine you mean the brand, not his icons, the Nautilus and whatever. Gerald Genta watches, now owned by Bulgari, have always been super cool. Very quirky watches, interesting complications, retrogrades, moon phases, stuff like that. Very different designs, and at the time very expensive. But since they weren't very marketed heavily, they can be had for quite a bit under retail nowadays. I mean, significantly under. And actually, shameless plug, I have 2 of them on my website right now. I think you get hot horology, interesting modular movements, a lot of them based off Gerard Perregaux, and you can get them for a fraction of the price. I think they're super interesting. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I will be releasing a new video on Monday. Thank you so much for your patience. I really do appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really does help. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm out of practice, guys. I'm sorry. And of course, check out delraywatch.com. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.